Hi, I'm Tessa,
And I'm Dwayne.
and we are
Unhurried
Unhurried Adventurers.
Adventurers. We're currently on the Sun Princess
Woohoo!
on a transatlantic cruise, and we've only got 3 more nights now. It's a little sad. But we've had a great cruise so far. We're going to have some future videos talking about the cruise and some of the dining options on the cruise.
And the packages.
But right now, we are going to introduce you to the third member of Unhurried Adventurers, and that is Bob the Burro. And Bob the Burro has been traveling with me for many years now. He's actually been to well over 60 countries, but Bob's a little mischievous. Bob likes to hide, and Bob is going to be hiding in our future videos, starting with this video. And what we need you to do is keep a lookout for Bob, and if you spot Bob, what do we need him to comment?
I found Bob, but don't give away the location because we don't want to ruin it for everybody else who's looking for Bob.
Exactly. So without further ado, let's take you on a tour of the Sun Princess. We'll start up on deck 19, where you have the jogging track. 7 times around is a mile. You also have your sports court with basketball, pickleball, as well as ping pong and cornhole.
And then down on deck 18 is the fitness center with lots of cardiovascular options, and as well as some strength machines and even a separate room with free weights. It had a great selection, and then right next to that was the wellness studio with yoga mats and foam rollers. And then next to that was the barber shop and the salon.
Moving down to deck 17, you have your main pools. This is also where they show movies, both in the afternoon and the evenings, and provide blankets for you if you want to go watch a movie. You also have Lido Grill, which makes an excellent hamburger. Lido Greens for your salads. Lido Tacos for your Mexican options. And then Lido Slice for pizza. Also on deck 17 is your ice cream stand. Of course, you've got plenty of places to get a drink on the Lido deck as well.
Our first specialty restaurant that we will cover is Love by Brito, and it is down on deck 17. It's a really cute atmosphere, and the ambiance has whimsical art from the icon Romero Brito. And everything food-wise and drinks are in the shape of hearts or love themed. We really enjoyed the food here at this specialty restaurant and hope to go there again. They even brought us a special extra dessert to celebrate our retirement.
One of the most unique features about the Sun Princess is the dome on deck 17. They had a variety of different kinds of shows on our cruise, including candlelight shows where they light 1,000 electronic candles. I do highly recommend, if you're going to a show in the dome, to get there at least a half hour early to get a seat because seating is very limited. Of course, there is also a bar in the dome as well.
In the front of the dome, there are sun loungers, a hot tub, and another pool that actually goes inside the dome as well.
Moving down to deck 16, you have the signature suite lounge. Now you have to be a suite guest to enter, so I was only able to get this shot from outside.
On deck 9, there is the eatery for a buffet option. This is open for breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night snacks, grab and go, so you always have the option to eat, and this is included in everyone's fare without a package. And then for another buffet experience for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you have the Americana Diner.
One of our favorite places on the ship was the Wakeview Terrace, which is actually on deck 8, but in order to access it, you need to use deck 9 unless you're a sanctuary guest. It's just a great place to hang out during the day. It's got a pool and a couple of hot tubs, and plus you just see the wake of the ship. Also on the promenade of deck 9, you have various bars. You have tacos, pizza, and ice cream.
Alfredo's Pizzeria is a casual specialty restaurant where we ate our very first lunch as we boarded the ship. They make wonderful pizzas as well as have a great view, and there's also salad and soup.
Also on deck 9 is the International Cafe, where you can stop and get a coffee, a tea, a dessert, or even some hot food items. Then on deck 9 you have the Future Cruise desk, where you can book your next cruise with Princess. And you also have the photo studio, where you can look at those photos you've taken around the ship and order them. Deck 9 also includes the cabana deck, a deck reserved for those who reserve a cabana room.
Moving down to deck 8, we stop at a specialty restaurant, which was our first dinner. It was also a little entertainment since this was a teppanyaki dinner with show. So the chef was amazing and very entertaining, and the food was great. In the same restaurant, but a separate section off to the side, is a hot pot dinner, and we did this later. They gave us all different kinds of meats and all vegetables with 2 different broths available to cook our food in.
Also on deck 8 you have Sabatini's, one of Princess Cruises' signature restaurants for delicious Italian food. In an upcoming video, we're going to be ranking all of the specialty restaurants on the Sun Princess. We've tried them all, and we're going to put our rankings together and see which ones came out on top. So stay tuned to find out how Sabatini's finished in our ranking.
Makoto Ocean is another specialty restaurant that we dined in, and its specialty obviously is sushi. Unlike the other specialty restaurants, Makoto Ocean has a set menu, but also you can choose some a la carte sides and edamame and such for an extra charge.
Deck 8 is also where you'll find the Sanctuary restaurant for sanctuary guests only. You'll find the Shore Excursions desk to book your time on land. And you also have Crooner's Cocktail Bar. It's the piano bar of the Sun Princess. And an insider tip, if you're a fan of old fashions, they make the best ones here because they have a variety of bitters to make them.
Spellbound is an extra charge of $45 where you can watch a magic show, which we heard was great. Princess Casino has all the table games and slot machines you would typically see on a cruise ship.
Finally, on Deck 8, you'll find about half of the shops of the Sun Princess. The shops are actually spread amongst 2 decks, Deck 8 and Deck 7.
We spent a lot of time at Deck 7 and Deck 8, where Princess Arena had a variety of very entertaining and talented guest artists and shows. They had plenty of aerial acts, which were very impressive.
Out where the sky opens wide, Sun Princess, carry me slow.
They also had a variety of outstanding musical acts. Some of our favorites included the production shows. They had singing, dancing, and music, and were full of lively entertainment. There were game shows that involved the audience participation, and they even had a hypnotist. I actually participated in this show, and as a result, was known all over the ship.
Just as you exit the theater on Deck 7 is the Neon Groove for tweens, and the Underground, the Teen Lounge. You also have a great cocktail bar called Good Spirits. It's my favorite bar for everything except an old-fashioned. They also do cocktail making demonstrations there.
Deck 7 also included an art gallery, as you typically see on most ships. Next up is The Catch by Rudy, a specialty restaurant that focuses on seafood. We ate at this restaurant a couple of times and really enjoyed the food and the atmosphere.
Another option on Deck 7 is the Crown Grill, another specialty restaurant on Princess Cruise Lines that's on many different ships. It's their steakhouse, and even though it's their steakhouse, I ordered the lamb chops, and they were some of the best lamb chops I've ever had.
Just outside the Crown Grill was the Wheelhouse Bar.
Deck 7 is also the home of O'Malley's Irish Pub. This is the other specialty casual restaurant, so there is an extra charge if you don't have the package. We both ate lunch and dinner here, and it was pretty good food, and they always had some sort of entertainment going as well. Nice place for an Irish sing-along. Butcher's Block by Dario is a concept restaurant that's all about beef. Throughout the evening, they bring you various cuts of beef and sides to go along with them. It's truly a carnivore's dream.
Out where the sky opens wide.
Deck 7 also included coffee currents for some specialty coffees, and Bellini's, a cocktail bar just outside the catch.
The Eclipse dining room was part of the main dining room for those who preferred more flexible anytime dining.
You'll also find the Gelateria on Deck 7. Used to be part of the Premier package, but it's been taken off. And you have Princess Live. In Princess Live, they have a variety of different activities, from informational talks to karaoke to game shows.
The Piazza hosted many events every day, including performances as well as daily ballroom dance classes, Zumba, and line dances, which I participated in with great enthusiasm.
You'll find the rest of the shops of the Sun Princess on Deck 7 as well. The typical shops you're used to seeing on other ships: jewelry, perfume, duty-free, and so forth.
Moving to Deck 6, we have the Soleil dining room, which is the main part of the dining room that offers set time dining.
Lotus Spa can be found on Deck 6 and Deck 5. Also on Deck 6, you have Firefly Park, the Kids Club, as well as the Guest Services Desk. Finally, on Deck 4, you have the Landing. They did some guest-led talks here, as well as Spanish lessons and church services. And finally, you have the Medical Center, also on Deck 4.
Where is Bob? I hope you look thorough. Like and comment if you spotted Bob the Burrow. Ho!
Hello, I'm Dwayne.
Okay. What are we supposed to be saying?
The same thing we always say.
What is it? It's a recording?
Yeah.
Okay.